It's the Golden Toilet with your hosts Alexandra Derderian and Marleah Rose.
Official political candidate right here, as you can tell, very professional and ready to run for office.
We're ready to run for office. Yes.
Yeah.
You're ready to run for office. We're ready to run the Golden Toilet because this is a great platform to reach lots of voters through the Golden Toilet.
Yeah, I already have a bunch from doing this show, so
Yes.
I don't know where your voters are coming from. But my voters are watching the show and they're telling me, hey, you would be so great as mayor.
Yeah. Well, my voters actually said, yeah, you would also be good for mayor as well. So
I think someone's lying.
yeah, someone's lying.
Your voters are lying.
My voters are truthful. But anyway,
right.
It's a good show tonight.
We
got the Golden Toilet episode 6.
Golden Toilet.
Amazing episode. It is election season in Ipswich. Yes.
Right now.
And I don't know if you guys on the way over here saw a lot of lawn signs with Alex for mayor on it. Did you guys see a couple of those?
Did you see them covered in piss? Because what you should be looking out for are my amazing sign. It's in flags. We have banners. Excuse me, miss, I'm running for office. Could you mind making space for me? So, as you can see, a vote for Marleah is a vote for America. As you can see. And these are real high quality signs, unlike that one.
They're more like flags, which are not in right now. Flags are not in, okay? So you've seen a lot of flags.
Because I bought them all.
Lawn signs are in. You've seen a lot of lawn signs with a little of this on there.
Bad.
Okay? Because as mayor, I care about you guys, and I will do anything I can to protect your ears and your eyes and your noses from anything bad or good, okay?
Yeah, well, actually, I have some important campaign things that I want to tell you about, actually. So something that is important to me in this campaign season is I'm pro-prophylactics, okay? I'm pro-prophylactics. I am taking future problems, I'm wrapping them up, and I'm throwing them away. We're going to keep Ipswich prophylactic heavy. That's... Vote Marleah, vote America.
I respect everything you say because I have to, okay, to be a good candidate, okay?
If the only thing you do that's good as a candidate.
All right, okay. She's rough and she's tough, okay? When I am mayor, I'm going to do something that Ipswich residents have been wanting for a long time. I'm going to regulate the I Love Ipswich Facebook page because, you know what? We need to protect people from getting hurt because a lot of people are saying lots of hurtful, mean things on there, and I think we should have some regulations, okay?
You know what? To be honest, I'm writing a lot of those posts, so can you just, we're voting Marleah.
Okay.
We're voting America today.
I know you're all about free speech, but we have to cut it off at some point.
No, I don't think that's true. I think a vote for me is a vote for what is a good vote. So vote Marleah. It's a good vote.
Well, okay. Well, when I'm mayor, I'm going to do something that's excellent for Ipswich, which is to drain the marsh because there's treasure in there. It's going to bring lots of money into the town, okay?
Well,
and not do something evil like your embezzling of money within the toilet and sewer system.
Yeah, prove it. That's what I gotta say. Fucking prove it.
Well, we'll prove this on the debate later, okay?
Yeah, maybe I'll see you on the debate.
I'll see you at the
debate floor.
Let's bring our next comedian up.
Yeah, let's bring our first comedian of the night up. That person, I'm looking for them because they are coming to the stage right now. Give it up for Troy Burdett. Hey Troy, who you voting for? Who you voting for tonight, Troy? Tell him.
I am voting. I am voting for obviously our alt-right front leader Marleah. I will be voting for you 47 times by mail, and give it up for our other host, the socialist corrupt Alex. Lock her up. Lock her right. Where are the emails, Alex? Okay. This is great. No, I'm kidding. I'm actually running for office. Just kidding. I would never run for office. I would never run anywhere. Thank you. All right, this is great. Thank you for having me. Letting me be the first comic on the Golden Toilet episode. This episode, you know, right? Pee pee poo poo ha ha, right? This is great. I'm so happy to be here. This mic is fucking disgusting. I love it. Way less kinky than the last episode, so I feel much safer. Marleah is not wearing blackface, so that will be my closer. No, okay, let's do some jokes. I'm on TV, baby. All right. I was driving here. I was driving up Route 1, and I saw a billboard, and it was for like a rehab center, and it said, "Sober is the new sexy." And then it clicked with me, and I thought, oh, fuck, that's what I've been missing. I knew it. I knew it was something. I thought it was my appearance or personality, but it's just because I'm a little high right now. I can't. Nice, very lukewarm room. I love it. This is great. Give it up for yourselves for coming out and having to sit there and watch me take a picture of myself. That was my worst nightmare. So, thank you. I asked Marleah to get on the show, and she was like, Troy, what are your least two favorite things? Having my picture taken and filling out a Google form. So, I'm glad I could be here and be way too high on TV and try my best. So this is great. Fuck. All right, do one more joke, and I will get out of here. Are we a weed crowd? Can I talk about weed on TV? Yeah. All right. Cool. I love smoking weed. Does anyone go to work high? We got. Yeah. All right. Cool. We work together. No, I love going to work high. I gotta stop going to work high though. I think it's starting to affect me at my job. 'Cause sometimes I go too high and it's bad. I was on my work computer the other day, and I was listening to this thing about Julia Child. You know, Julia Child, very famous chef and PBS host, and they were talking about her, and they were making this movie about her and her life, and they talked about how one time Julia Child did a very famous nude photo shoot, I guess. And she didn't get famous. This is crazy. She didn't get famous until she was like 60. So she did this new photo shoot when she was like 75. And I was at work, and I was like, I need to see this right now. And I'm not even thinking, and I'm super high at work, and I shouldn't be. And I'm on my work computer, and I go to my computer, and I Google Julia Child nude. And I click enter, and then my work Wi-Fi security system's going crazy. My computer is flashing, smoking, screaming at me. Things start popping up. It just says child nude, child nude, child nude, and and I don't know what's going on. And my boss comes running in, and he's freaking out. He's screaming. He's pulling his hair. He's like, Troy, what are you doing? Why are you Googling child nude? Who is Julia? What is it? What are you doing? And I didn't know what to do. I was so high, and I was trying to defend myself. And I was like, Craig, no, I swear to God, it's not what it looks like. It's actually the complete opposite of what it looks like. I swear to God, I'm not trying to see any kids. I never would. I'm just trying to see some old titties. I don't know what to tell you, Craig. I'm just trying to see some old titties. And he's like, Troy, it is 8 a.m. at work right now. You should be looking at no titties. And I put my foot down. I was like, Craig, you know what? I pay my union dues, and I show up to work every day, and I deserve my 15-minute titty break, and I'm taking it. All right. Thank you guys so much.
All right, let's keep it going for Troy. I'm excited to bring our next comedian to the stage. We got Adam St. Cyr. Woohoo!
Thank you much. Please don't take this personally, but I'm not going to vote for either one of you. I don't vote with ballots. I vote with shitty money. Vote with your dollars, folks. That's really the only real vote you have here. All right, hopefully that won't kill the momentum. Happy belated birthday, everybody. Figured I'd address that. Boom. Not to bring it up, but this whole social isolation thing, it took a toll on me. My autism shot from 2% straight to a 10 within like a week. And I found out the hard way. I was on a date, and we're just like eating salad, and then finally this girl goes, "Hey, is everything okay? You haven't said a word in like 5 minutes." And I looked this girl right in the napkin, and I said, "I'm sorry, I'm kind of the silent type." Boom. Oh, yeah. So I have ADD, and I'm depressed. I know that I'm depressed because every phone call with my mother ends with her saying, "Well, honey, it sounds like you're in a really good place right now." That's the over-the-counter diagnosis, for those of you who don't know. I was actually supposed to explain why I have ADD first, but we'll get back to that. Actually, 21 years ago, almost to the day, I was in New York City, 2001, baby, 7 years old, and from the Empire State Building, same mother, she goes, "You see those even taller buildings, honey? That's the World Trade Center. Do you want to check that out tomorrow?" And I said, "Nah, that sounds kind of boring." Looking back on it, I think I made the right decision. All you kids have this fear of missing out. There's some shit that's worth missing out, And also, did we learn our lesson from that tragedy? I was in the skyscraper last month, not one parachute. Oh, boy. Another fun fact, I was almost an only child, but in the end I decided not to kill my siblings. So I think, once again, the right decision. Oh, yeah. Schnitzel. Hold on. The vote threw my momentum off. I had this thought I had in my head. Let's give it up for the mic, huh? Stalling. All right. Woo. All right. That was cheap. That was cheap. Now I owe a penny. All right. Hold on. Shit. All right. Penny for your thoughts after the show, too. I'd love to hear what you thought. Hold on. We did have more material. Oh, yeah. Another familial joke. My great-grandfather was a speeder. Do we have any speeders, people who drive over the speed limit? Yeah, my great-grandpap, he did this all the time before seatbelts existed. Yeah, one time he wasn't so lucky. Blew his brains out with a shotgun. True story. Oh, shit. All right, we're going to move on to a couple of quick ones. Thank you, you're too kind. A couple of quick ones for the kids. I love kids. Thank you for not kink-shaming. All right. Just kidding, I'm not a pedophile. But, ooh, that lost a lot of momentum. I'm serious. That was a joke. That one was a joke. Okay, the grandfather was real. That was a joke. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, what do you get when you cross a man with a bat?
Batman!
Close. You get beaten very badly. You shouldn't piss off people with blunt objects. It's a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Oh, shit. Swears. Yeah, clever. You hear about the aromatherapist whose shop burned down? Oh, she was incensed. Scheiße. Oh, Billy, hold on. There was more quick ones. Oh, you ever jack off so much that you have to file for bankruptcy? Just me? I had another joke about jacking off, but I want to save that for when it really comes in handy. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Actually, this is true. I was raised believing that Jesus died for our sins. I found out last week he died because a bunch of guys killed him. Bleep me! That was giving you a free bleep. Bleep me. Who knew? Scheiße again. Hold on. How else do I say that? Mailed. Okay. I'll do one more. This is a true thing. Tesla. You know this company, Tesla? Yeah, it's like the best electric car. It's electric car, And the guy named it after someone who gave us the opportunity to have free energy. It's like a god of technology. And you name it after you have an electric car. That's fucking offensive right there. Okay, that's like a worse misnomer than if you made a documentary about Columbine and you called it Revenge of the Nerds Part 7. It's offensive. That's gross. Okay, piss off. How much time do we have? Someone had to ask. Oh, a couple seconds. Okay, I'll do a physical impression for you. This is not my impression of the captain of the Titanic, but rather if I was the captain of the Titanic. So here we go. That fateful night. Might want to zoom back on this one. Whoop! Iceberg. Tragedy averted. Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you so much. Give it up again for Adam St. Cyr, local boy, actually. It's too bad you don't vote because I would make an excellent candidate for mayor of Ipswich. As you know, I would be the best candidate.
This happened a long time ago, a half a lifetime to be specific. This was my sister's best friend at the time. Somehow or another, olives came up, and I mentioned I don't like olives because they smell like poop, and she disagreed. So I walked away, and I remembered the placebo effect. I had heard of this phenomenon. So I came back a few minutes later and I said, I just dipped my finger in olive juice. Tell me this doesn't smell like poop. And she said, I don't understand. This is olives. What are you talking about? You're crazy. And I didn't have the heart to tell her that it wasn't olive juice.
Our next comedian, I would love for her to say she's voting for me, and I have a feeling that she's going to give it up for Carrie Coughlin.
Quite presumptuous of this dictator Marleah to be saying such a thing. But I know you got me, sweetie. All right. Oh, cool. I deleted all my notes as I was doing that. Guys, I did drink out of an unmarked can of kombucha on the way up here that I bought at a flea market 2 days ago, and it is not agreeing with me. So, very grateful for you right now. Thank you all for being here. I really love the magic of television. That you can be whoever you want to be. You can be whoever you want to be on TV. The other day, I was watching much cable, so I saw a lovely commercial. You know, like, ask your doctor if Live Truly is right for you. Yeah, I love that I'm a doctor now. Guys, I went to school for this. I didn't. I simply was watching many reruns of The Price is Right. And now I'm qualified to tell my doctor what pills are right for me. I like the state of this healthcare system, you know? My body's a burden. So I'm ready to leave it with my own bad medical advice. I really feel like, yeah, these commercials are definitely well-intended as the opioid crisis is. Anyways. Probably a little bit better intended are my friends who are like into manifesting, which I feel like these commercials are kind of on par with as far as intelligence-wise. Yeah, one is like more geared towards money, where the other is geared more towards crystals and people who don't have an idea of what it's like to not have money. Because you can spend $75 on a rock that's going to make you feel okay. Anyways, I'm not anti-manifesting, not anti-crystals. They're also not two in the same. I'm so sorry that I'm making that Venn diagram a circle right now. I don't mean to ruffle any feathers, you know. I'm no peacock up here, despite the jacket. Yeah, so I don't know what the familiarity is in this audience. My understanding, manifesting is creating a vision board and just wanting what's on that vision board so badly that you make it reality, right? And then what I find manifesting really is hot people collaging until they get what they're gonna get anyways. And then me, I just have an outsized Elmer glue budget. And I recognize that you guys are like, Carrie, don't be calling yourself ugly. This is a positive room. I'm not. But I do understand that I'm a little bit intimidating. The other day I did walk like a half-mile home with 2 large iced coffees, and my arms only shook for 30 minutes afterwards. So I like to be humble, okay? That's what I'm aiming for. So manifesting, the reason I gripe on it so much usually in my day-to-day is because if people who believed in it really did believe in it, the world would look so much different. Like, if all it took was collaging, the news, for example, Vice, you would see a Vice news reporter. I'm going for Vice because you know they would be the first to do this. It's a bunch of nepotistic babies waiting to inherit their parents' companies, okay? They do some good work, but they never delve deep enough. So this is what would happen. You would have like a really well-intended reporter. Let's say her name's like Jill. Sorry, so many mean girls named Jill. If anybody in this room is named Jill, you're a delight, but it's not your fault. Have you considered collaging about this? Have you considered vision boarding? Your whole box has so much potential. Oh, you can't, I think the problem is that you can't see your vision board, sweetie. You can't pay for your electricity bill this month. I think you just didn't want it hard enough. Finally, like going to a country that's really hard of food. You guys are gonna hate me for this one. How did you get this body? I've been trying for this my whole life. When are you due? Parasites? I don't think you understand English. Okay, sorry. That was just an endless rag. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Carrie Coughlin.
Let's keep it going for Carrie Coughlin.
I was really little. I remember I was on our play set, and there was a spider. And it was a daddy long legs, and I screamed, and he crumpled up and he died. That'll mess you up.
Excited to bring the next comedian up to the stage. We have Ariana McGee.
Thank you. All right, guys. I just have one question for society. Where's the love for little titty goth girlfriends? I am so sick of hearing about big naturals. I just want to see them. Despite wanting to see big naturals, sorry, this is on TV. Don't look it up. I still get hit on mostly by dudes. And the catcalling is getting really creative. Recently, I had a guy yell at me, "I bet you wash your pussy every day." Wouldn't put money on that, buddy. And I had another guy yell, "Girl, show me what that ass do." It's like, you sure about that? That's what you want? So I sat on a couch and watched 10 hours of Bar Rescue. It was really fucking hot. I'm a single woman in my 30s. I know it's hard to believe that I am single, this catch. And it's really hard for me to find my identity because I feel like as a woman in your 30s, you have 3 options. It's career, kids, or crystals. And I refuse the crystal life, but it is being shoved upon me. People keep buying me crystals because I'm sad. And it's really frustrating. Like, my friend recently got me a $50 crystal that's supposed to attract wealth because I told her I wanted to make enough money that I didn't have to chew on the good side of my mouth. $50 though? That's like my copay. How are you making scratch tickets seem reasonable? She gave me another crystal that is supposed to absorb negative energy, but the catch is it comes with instructions. You have to wash it, but you can't just like take it in the shower with you. You have to like run it under cold water and think happy thoughts. You can't think, this is dumb. What am I doing with my life? Does my friend hate me? I don't even wash myself enough. Now I'm responsible for this fucking rock. The way people respond when you have depression is kind of a bummer. Like, my mom's probably the most annoying. Love you, Mom, if you're watching. But she always asks me if I've talked to God about it, and I haven't. I'm not religious, but I do love bread and wine. My mom calls it communion. I call it most meals. My mom believes that everything is part of God's plan, and everything, absolutely everything, happens for a reason. And if that's the case, I do have something to talk to God about. God, why is it that I only have to shit right when I get out of the shower? All right, guys, I'm going to end on that one. Have a good night.
Great job, Ariana. She's so great. She seems like someone that would vote for me. She really does, and I like that about her. Hey, folks, there is some set design happening right now. You'll hold this, I guess?
I'll hold this.
With this, I guess?
I've been paid an equal amount by each candidate so that I remain impartial to mediate what is going to be known as the Great Debate. So I hope you're all ready, and I hope you are all ready with your answers to the questions that will be asked. And I'll stand, I'll just sort of, I get the podium.
No, you stand there.
No, that doesn't make sense. I'll go off to the side. I'll just sort of be over
Maybe
here.
Stand right. That's too low, too low.
This is too low.
Too low.
No?
This is politics, man. Figure it out.
Right next to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is serious. This is how you get elected, by taking control, making decisions.
Okay. Let's then begin the great debate. This is Ipswich, and Ipswich is known for many things, including too much lead paint. Ipswich famously, too much lead paint in the town, getting it all over the place. So, Alex, come up first. What would you do about the lead paint in the town of Ipswich?
Thank you so much, Jim, for facilitating this important discussion for the town. Lead paint. We have to keep people safe from it, okay? And my proposed plan is to, each year, destroy 5 of the historical houses in Ipswich. Because people cannot control themselves. You have to control the people. They don't know any better. So we have to destroy these houses. And I propose 5 houses a year to start, and then we're going to double that the second year. And this is basically my 5-year plan. By 5 years, no more lead paint in the town. So, yes, thank you.
Okay, that's Marleah now.
Boo! Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I grew up in this fine town. I ate lead paint as a child. And guess what? My childhood was fantastic. In my day, you could just wish your teddy bear alive. And then you guys would just like hang out and be best friends for the rest of your life. And by the way, lead paint, very tasty. So we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it. Is that how politics work?
I think so, yeah. The first callsies gets the rebuttal, so.
You like fun? You like teddy bears? Okay. What we're going to do in the place of all those historic houses, we're going to put a plaster fun time in each of the places of the rubble. Okay. If you like fun, teddy bears eating things, that's what we're going to do. Okay.
Shit, I do love plaster fun time.
She even likes it. Thank you.
Okay. Next question is this one's going to be for both of you. Ipswich is it also famous for? Well, that's not red. The famous red tide that everybody doesn't like in Ipswich. So, Marleah, what would you do about that?
Yeah, okay. Great question, moderator. Thank you for having me, by the way. Thank you to this fine audience in Ipswich. Beautiful crowd that will definitely vote for me, I'm sure. And so the problem with the red tie, it's very dangerous. Red tide is very dangerous. You might not know this. What you probably know is it's caused by menstruation. And the way I am going to fix this problem is I am going to ban anyone that menstruates from the beach. I think that's best way to stop a problem is to cut it off in its uterus, okay? Thank you. We got a round of applause for that one. I think I'm winning this debate for sure.
That can't. Well, anyways,
Okay,
the
yeah.
next,
Lots of fun time.
whoever's next, Alex probably.
Okay, well, I agree with Marleah on this one. We do need to regulate the menstruation at the beach. I propose that we control these bleeding creatures by actually having an officer at the beach and just checking if there's menstruation before people enter the beach so we can keep the menstruation and the red tide under control. Yeah.
I'd love to know how you're going to do that, just as a...
So how we will enforce this is we will have two officers in little red suits. It won't cover that much of them, but just so because it gets a little bit hot, so it'll have little red pants, little red hat, and a little red bow on the neck. So we will have that, and then they're just gonna ask, "Hi, are you on the rag?" And if they get mad, they're on the rag. So that's it.
No rebuttal from you. That's we're putting this question to bed. So that's
Seems like she's on the rag, am I right, folks?
I don't think there's anything else about Ipswich. Those are the two things. So let's get back to the comedy show. We're going to end the debate.
We have one more. Actually,
we have one more question?
We have one more.
There's one more question on here?
One more question. Very important question.
Oh my God! I didn't even see this. This Dunkin' Donuts, good or bad?
I would say good. I would say good on Dunkin' Donuts. I would say good. Very good.
Mom, she's wearing a wig.
What?
She's wearing a wig. You see that?
What?
You can't trust her. You can't trust her. She's wearing a wig.
What? That's a facetious lie. It's feces that lie. Vote for me. Vote for me. I'm not wearing a wig. Vote for me.
No,
Vote for me.
absolutely.
Vote Marleah, vote America.
No,
I'm gonna help her with
no comportment from either of these candidates. That was really something. I have here incumbents, more like income butts. So on that note, get ready for who you're going to vote for eventually. And the next comedian is Caroline Moore.
I'm realizing recently that I am the town unicycle. In that only strange men ride me, okay? Jugglers and sleight of hand magicians at minimum, all right? And it's no surprise that I had no friends until the 4th grade. And in 8th grade, my dad told me, "Don't worry if no one wants to dance with you. Life's a buffet." My life has been a goddamn golden fucking corral, okay? I am the green jello that's sweating its ass off in the corner and some 40-year-old with nasty fingernails keeps sticking his fingers into. Yeah, it's like jello with a UTI. All right, you know what? Just take some cranberry jello and get over it, okay? God. Classy, you know? The 100% cranberry. Little white trash, but, you know, fancy woman. I'm embracing my white trash roots. I should also have a disclaimer there. I recently realized I was white trash when I tried to shoot my shot with a guy in a market basket parking lot. We were mid-fight. And I looked at him and I said, "All right, so once you punch out these teeth, I'm gonna give you the sloppiest toppy of your whole goddamn life, okay? All right, like a real Nancy Reagan throat goat situation. Not gonna lie, it is my dream to be so good at giving head that everyone forgets my husband created the crack epidemic. Truly my dream. This is embarrassing. Second guy to have ghosted me after he asked if I could spit in his mouth. You know what? Little freak, man. Little freak, but like, call me, but like, don't do it again, okay? I don't want to be a good hostess. All right, I need to stop baby bird and bevies into dudes' mouths. I found out there's a such thing as a spit sommelier. Yeah, you can't spit in a dude's mouth and he'll swirl it around and be like, tastes like tobacco, some Miller Lite, and what's this? Lexapro? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. I was just wanting sparkling big titty alt girl. I was not asking for anything from the childhood region of trauma, okay? I don't kink shame, and that was because I'm a porn editor, and I've seen the depths of hell. And we're not coming back, you guys. I think the worst part about porn is the comment section. Because I looked at the comment section. Some of y'all freaks, all right, just gonna draw that. Do not call me there. But the comment section hurts as an editor, okay? They call my edits self-indulgent. All right, you know what? I think it is completely normal to have a pinwheel edit into a star swipe, okay? Apparently they drew the line at the tin whistle whoop when a guy got a boner, so whoops there. But working in porn, it made me very neutral to people's bodies, to the point where I got invited to a sex club in Chicago. If you don't know anything about a sex club in Chicago, if you've ever seen a high school production of The Pirates of Penzance and thought, I love the pageantry, but I could do better, that's the sex club in Chicago. And because my standard is at least jugglers at best, I brought a sandwich. Not fucking anyone there. So I brought a sandwich to the sex club. It's normal. I thought so. So I started eating my sandwich in the corner, and this dominatrix in a full latex suit comes like scooting up to me. And she says, ma'am, you can't be doing that. You can't be, eating that sandwich harmonica style, okay? I'm like, all right, I'm a freak, okay, all right? And I think the freakiest thing I did there was eat a tomato off the floor, all right? But you know what? You go to a sex club to learn how to handle your sub. And I think it's my God-given right as an American to shove a 6-inch uncut Italian down my throat, okay? Thank you, I'm Caroline Moore.
For Caroline Moore.
Yeah, one time I was in New Bedford. I was on the way to Applebee's and I had just gotten my permit. I thought it was a deer if we're gonna be realistic. Turns out it was an actual man. And I blamed my brother, and my brother got arrested for vehicular homicide. It was devastating.
And I am beyond excited to bring the next comedian to the stage. We have Josh Pick!
Any Clapton fans out there? His baby killed himself. Babies can commit suicide. Thought it was 2022. Well, it wasn't 2022. So I'm moving soon. Anyone else moving soon? You ever second guess yourself? Like, should have just killed myself when I was 18? You can use that when you're not moving, too. I feel like I've earned your trust. I feel like maybe you've earned mine. Seems like a nice group of people. I'm going to level with you all. I do not like stand-up comedy. No. How much time do I have left, Marleah?
3 minutes and 20 seconds.
You're fucking kidding. Things don't always go as planned, but we'll get through this together. I wish you didn't put this stage over this rug, because I am going to lie down. Oh, fuck. That's okay. Oh, man. Most people will tell you not to do crowd work at an open mic. But those are the same people who will tell you not to lie down at an open mic. Show of hands, anyone been to England? I'm yelling because I'm on the floor. Show of hands, You see any ghosts? What? In England? What'd they do? They're also inbred. You went to England? Yeah. That's nice. Three tips for new comedians. Get a comfy chair. That was the first one. So this is the second one then. Get a decent computer. Something you can afford. One, two, 3, learn to code. Oh. It's over there. So lately, I've been telling people I'm Osama bin Laden. I'm lying. The other day, I was having sex with a person. They called me daddy. I said, don't call me daddy. Daddy was my father's name. Call me Mr. Daddy. Thanks, I'm Osama bin Laden.
Well, I gotta say, I don't want Osama bin Laden to vote for me, but I sure do want the... Well, okay, I'll take it. If you want to throw in a couple extra votes for from your buddies, I would appreciate it.
I didn't talk about my kids tonight, but usually I talk about my kids on stage. They say they love me. Full disclosure, they chose me in the custody hearings, right? It was spite. My third one especially, he's my stepson. He gained a lot of weight during COVID. It's just harder to love him. You know I shouldn't be saying that, looking the way I do with this waterbed hanging out in a toilet. I'm supposed to sit here and say I love my curvy stepson? I don't. I don't love you, Stephen. The other two are fine.
This next performer who is coming up, she is sure to delight and also almost 100% sure to vote for me because I'm the clear winner. I don't know if you noticed that, but everyone wants to vote for me. I think you might have noticed by now. All right, give it up for the wonderful Stephanie Elliott.
Is that too high for me? I'm kind of short. Hello. Yeah. Hi. So, Ipswich Town Fathers, I can do a whole set about clams for you. I have it. I did the main Portland Comedy Festival. I have the material, but I don't think you're going to like where it ends up. There's only so many punchlines you can do about clams, you know? The jokes go a certain way. This is my first time back in like 2 years. First time on a stage. Yeah. It's a really good space. I'm really happy to be here. It's been long. It's been weird. It's been cold. I sing now. I'm gonna sing. That's gonna happen. Be prepared. Yeah. So let me see. Where was I at when we left off? I started comedy right before the pandemic. I started a relationship. I had a boyfriend. And I was at a show, and I went up to this guy that did a great job, and I was like, hey, I think I've seen you before, great set. And he was like, oh, no, honey, you haven't seen me before, but, I'm black, and we all look alike to you, right? And I was like, oh, my God, is that true? Because my boyfriend is black, and I think he's my boyfriend. There is definitely a black dude in my place a lot. No, that's just silly. It's not like he's Asian, No. I know, we got all woke in the last 2 years. So that guy married me. I know, right? Fun. It's been really fun. We exchange our culture. He's actually from Kenya, and I'm from, here. And he likes to participate in what he calls white people culture. So we go apple picking. I think he thought it was going to be some sort of forced servitude, but he actually liked it. It was he's like, oh, you farm as a recreational experience. Fun. We went to the beach, and while we were going to the beach here in lovely Ipswich, which is very white, as you may have noticed, there was one girl holding a Black Lives Matter sign, and she was doing her own little protest. She was walking up and down like this, and she looks up, and she sees my husband, and she panics, right? She's like, oh my God, it's one in the wild, a real one. What do I do? And he goes, hey, and she, bless her little teenage heart, she goes like this. And then she's like, ha, and kind of runs away. And it was amazing. And part of what you learn is I'm part of the problem. And so are you. Ooh. If you're straight or a man or someone without a resting tan, I'm part of the problem. You might be too. But it's clear to me from sea to ever rising sea that there's nothing we're gonna do about it. Really? There's nothing we're gonna do about it. We've had 400 years. Look at the cemetery. Oh, yes, we post and meme, but underneath we're what we seem, which is what we seem on the outside, which is narcissistic white ladies who sing about stuff. Ooh. And think that's doing something about it. But we're here, so let's all sing about it. So things are pretty good, even with the pandemic. We were in our little love bubble, and then I get pregnant, right? Well, that's real, right? That makes things real fast. And then, I'm telling this baby he's gotta be the next Barack, you know, because my husband Kenyon, that's like the bar is there now, like it's Barack or nothing. You gotta be president. George Floyd's happens, and I'm watching this, and my husband's watching this, and it hit him. It hit him. It hit both of us, but it hit him. He had to take like time off of work. He just kind of curled into a ball, and I'm watching it, and I'm talking to the baby, and I'm like, baby, this is gonna be okay, you know? This is gonna be okay, because that's what you're supposed to say. It's like the world is gonna be different, you know, because of you. And the baby said nope. The baby said nope. And the baby said nope, 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 nope. Said, "No, I'm out of here. Sorry, dear. Goodbye, mama. Gotta go." And the baby said nope. And the baby said nope. And the baby said nope. And the baby is like crawling his way out of me. I mean, it is painful. I'm having a miscarriage. And I'm calling my real song. And I'm calling my husband, and I'm like, babe, do you have the pads at least? And he's like, yeah, I do. I'll be right back. But this cop's following me around Rite Aid. That's Stephanie Elliott. That's my time. And that's from Miscarriage the Musical. Have a great night.
Let's keep it going for Stephanie Elliott.
In middle school, I caught my art teacher growing pot in our darkroom, a lot of pot, like a whole little pot farm. And I used it to extort her into basically being my teacher bitch and getting me 4 free periods a day and getting into advanced art where I could do whatever I wanted. This is the best part. She tells like 7th grade me, I'm holding it for a friend. And I was like, seriously? Like an after school special? I wouldn't have done that, like, cause it's illegal.
All right, you guys ready for your last performer of the night? Woohoo! All right, let's keep the energy flowing and going for Molly Mack.
I'm immune compromised. I had to do it. So I think that we should all call a really quick collective bullshit. How many people grew up in this area? Like, quick show of hands. Do you guys know what fluff is? Yeah. Right. Okay, so I met a guy who tried to sell me on the fact that he's like in his 50s, that he grew up in Melrose or Malden, and he had never heard of fluff. Like, I'm going to call a little bit of bullshit. Like, what rock did you live under? Because I had it as an alternative meal at my school, so I am calling bullshit that you don't. Who are your friends? You need new friends if you've never had fluff. I myself love fluff. Shocker, right? Because you are what you eat, and I am a fluffy bitch. And I'm okay with that. And I really, honestly, I do love fluff, and you are gonna love this one, because not all of you are gonna get this. But so I love fluff, right? Like, I like fluff as much as Will Ferrell likes Christmas. No, okay, so like, just to give you a picture, I love me some fluff. So I'm sitting there with one of my friends one day, and she's looking through like jobs, and she's like, Molly, they're hiring fluffers. And I'm trying to be like all quiet, and I'm like all excited, like, am I gonna like pass around like some peanut butter and fluff sandwiches? Like, I want this job. How do I like contain my excitement? And so finally I just like let it out of the bag, and I told my friend, I'm like, oh my God, I want it. I want the job. How do I get it? Do I go to Lynn? She's looking at me like, Molly, why do you want to be a fluffer? And I'm like, seems obvious to me. Like, I don't know how you don't want to be a fluffer. So this is an educational point. I was 44 when I learned what a fluffer was. A fluffer is someone who keeps a penis hard during a porn set. So there's that. Anyway, so I love me some fluff. I also embrace my fat ass. Like, if I were to ask my husband, honey, does my ass look fat in this? And he said, no, I'd be pissed. I would be genuinely mad, because then I wouldn't be able to dance to I like big butts and I cannot lie. And I was 40 before some of my friends, like, I talk about this guy's friends. I never heard the song Fat Bottom Girls Make the World Go Round. Who are my friends? Like, they all failed me, and I'm not sure which one I'm mad at, but it pisses me off. So Not much fucking funny about cancer, but I just beat it. So I'm like, woo, fuck cancer, yeah. And then I just got re-diagnosed, but that's okay. I'm gonna tell you some funny things that happened to me with my cancer. So the first one was the guy who told me that I had it told me it's actually Matt Damon's father's doctor. So like he's a really, really smart guy. And he comes in and I'm laying in the bed with my husband, right? And he goes, oh, who would this be? The sarcasm in me is boiling over like to this smart man. I'm like, it's just a guy I found out in the hall. Like, who the fuck do you think it is, guy? Like, you're super smart and I trust but I'm like, come on now, like really? And then, let's see. My gynecologist gave me like like an internal, whatever, and I'm like, okay. She's like, if it hurts at any point, tell me to stop, I'll stop. And when you have cancer, something very freeing happens. Like, I just don't give a fuck anymore. Like, I don't. Like, I'm just gonna live my life because I know how much time I got left. So anyway, so she's in there and I'm like, can you stop? She's like, can you give me 2 more seconds? 2 more seconds? 2 more minutes, 2 more minutes. Bitch, there's a big difference between 2 seconds and 2 minutes. So I decided to yell out of my vagina as loud as I could because I just did not care. No, I really didn't. And then this is kind of funny. After I had surgery, I had an 8-hour surgery, and at the end, they were like, and by the way, you don't have a belly button. I'm like, and you didn't think to tell me that before? Like that I wasn't gonna have a belly button anymore? So I used to have this really, really deep belly button. And like, I'd have to like make sure it's dried all the way out. So like I'd jam my finger in there just to make sure it's dry. Well, after my surgery, I had ghost belly button. And I'm on a lot of heavy drugs. And so I decided to try to jam my finger through my incision, and it was not pleasant. But so I have ghost belly button syndrome. It's really a weird thing to have, but I got it. And this is actually my first time out since COVID, so I am popping my post-COVID cherry. My first time out in public, not wearing a mask, so I'm excited about this. Anyway, I am Molly Mack. I have many, many, many more stories to tell, so hopefully I'll come back. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Your hair is beautiful, and I'm so sorry about it. I didn't do it. Now she's not going to vote for me. Woo! She's not going to vote for me, and this election is very important.
When I was in the hospital, like with my cancer, like this really, really sexy, like 3rd-year fellow, and he's like, oh, I'd like to do an internal, and I'm like, oh my God, I just showered. And as he walked out of the room, and I was stripped buck naked from the waist down in 30 seconds. I'm like, I'm ready! I'm ready! Somebody wants to go in. He was cute, he was sexy, he was like right out of Grey's Anatomy, and it was all professional, but I was just like, I was ready.
Anyways, great job, Monty. Let's give it up for Molly Mack and all the comedians today. All you comedians out there, we have a very important question. If you could come on in. We have very important things to.
It's true.
It's important now. Things are happening, and this is. We're gonna ask who you're gonna vote for.
Yeah, the election day is today.
Election is today.
November something.
It's November. It's that
November
Tuesday
something.
or Thursday.
And I just want to remind you guys that I have you in mind every second of the day. I'm thinking about you guys, even if you don't live in Ipswich.
Hey,
I'm thinking about you guys.
You know what I heard about Alex though is she doesn't even know what her own butthole looks like, and how can we trust someone in office that doesn't even know what their butthole looks like?
I respect your comment, and I refuse to comment. Okay.
Anyways, it's time to vote. So
It's time to vote.
The way we're gonna do this is we're gonna just do it by sound.
Yelling.
We're
So,
gonna do it by sound.
If you want to vote for Marleah, you're going to
Say
scream
yes,
yes. If
yes.
you want to vote for Alex, scream no.
But you're gonna
Okay?
say yes. Okay, All
right,
we're
are
gonna
you-
try it. All right,
are you guys ready?
1, 2, 3, vote.
What?
We might need to.
What is this?
recount.
I just got a
what
note.
does that say?
I just got a note from my secretary. It says there actually is no mayor of Ipswich. They have a town manager.
Oh no. You know, but who were we dating then?
Yeah, who was that guy?
I mean, he wore a lot of blue, and I thought, but he was like wearing shorts, but I thought that was just like hip mayor stuff.
He was the mailman.
Mailer
Mailer of Ipswich.
Well, that's
Okay.
sort of disappointing to be dating a postal worker when you thought. Anyway.
Not as good as the mayor, but it's good. We respect his job.
Mayor Mailer. Anyways, he was good at what he did. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for voting, and have a good night.
Woo!
And the golden
Go to the
toilet!
Woo! lining the seat because I'm a total germaphobe. Confession, I wiped my butt and I flung poop on the wall. It happened at an Asian fusion restaurant in Utah. I went to the bathroom during the dinner, like literally the food was there, and I went to the bathroom, wiped my butt, and a little bit of poop flung on the wall. Hi, that's what happened. I wiped it and it flung.
It's like I can see it happening over and over again.
And I know I just said I was a germaphobe. So this was really, really traumatic for me because when I wiped and the poop, it ricocheted out like I wiped and it flung out.
First of all, if I'm gonna confess, I don't want to start with movie magic. I did just think that Alex's confession was not real, so I made up something that I thought was like equally not real.
I wouldn't have made up. I flung poop in an Asian fusion restaurant. It was true. Wiped, flung on the wall.
I can't. So the bathroom at the grocery store where I worked for a long time, they didn't have employee restrooms, so I didn't poop for like 8-hour, 9-hour days. I dominate in the shitholding business. 8 hours, 12 hours. I did sometimes poop. It was part of our job to clean the public restroom. So I would only poop after I had cleaned it, and then I would do like another clean.
You double cleaned?
Well, yeah, because I felt like I would want it to be clean for when I get there. So
your confession that you were doing good?
I'm a very conscientious employee. That's it.
All right, flush, yeah.
Flush, yeah. Aww.
We flush it together.
At the same time.